Greetings, this is Mitchell of I'm Just Sharing, and tonight I'm doing a video without my glasses. Why? I don't know why. Maybe because I'm clean shaven after I've had that beard for a few months, and I just wanted to come out with a different look. But the thing is, I really can't see anything. I can see a red button, but I can't see the mouse button. So when it's time to shut this thing off, it ought to be interesting to see if I shut it off. Now, I'm feeling good tonight. Feeling good tonight because Syracuse basketball, the Syracuse Orange men's team, won another game today. They're 19-0 now on the season, ranked number 2 behind Arizona. Cursed Arizona. Anyway, they're ranked number 2, and I'm feeling pretty good. And it's an interesting thing because I feel good when my sports teams are playing well. And I think everyone is pretty much like that. You know, if they like any kind of sport team whatsoever, or they have a favorite player in a sport like golf or tennis, they support them, and when they do well, you feel pretty good. But it's an interesting thing with me because over the last couple of decades, I've really lost the enthusiasm for sports in general. I find that if my team's not playing well, for instance, let's look at professional football. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. Been a Dallas Cowboys fan since I was a little kid. It was my dad's favorite team. I was born in the Dallas area. So, you know, it's not like I was just jumping on the bandwagon because they were good. I've got a long-term association with Dallas Cowboys. When the Cowboys are playing well, then I keep up with the Cowboys and I keep up with other teams in their division. Now, I will keep up with the New York Giants because I do live in New York and they're in the same division as the Cowboys. But in general, you know, I probably won't watch a lot of their games. But if Dallas is playing well, I will watch Dallas. I will watch the Super Bowl. These days, probably more for the commercials than the game itself, but I've gotten to that point. I do the same thing with baseball. Favorite team, Boston Red Sox. And the thing is, if it's not the Red Sox playing, don't care. Other college basketball, if it's not Syracuse playing, don't care. National Football Championship, between Florida and, oh my God, who did Florida beat this year? Whoever Florida beat, you know what? Didn't care. And it is strange. I don't know, at what point my enthusiasm died down, because as a kid, obviously I played every single sport. That was my thing. I loved to play sports. I knew every statistic of so many baseball players, not even just the stars, not even big names. I knew, stats of players who came off the bench. I mean, I just knew all of this stuff for all the sports, even hockey. Of course, I lived in northern Maine as a kid, so, that's when I first got into knowing hockey. But goodness, I think the last hockey games I've seen is the local Syracuse Crunch team. My friend Scott gave me some tickets, and I've gone with him and his wife. I can't think. When's it? Maybe the Olympics, because I will watch some Olympic sports. I find that overall, I'm for America, proud American, but I'm not watching all that stuff. I will watch women's gymnastics. I will watch men's basketball. I will watch, there you go. I couldn't tell you anything else that I watch. But I'm interested. I will look at ESPN later on and see, if the Americans did something good or whatever. If there's a possibility of an American getting ready to win a gold medal, I'll turn to that. Oh, yeah, I do watch the 100-meter dash now. It's not the 100-yard dash anymore. So I always watch that. I always have liked that kind of speed thing. But anything else, I don't care. And even boxing. I got to a point where I stopped liking the idea of people trying to hurt each other to win. Now, I'm not against boxing. I'm certainly not against boxing. I think that it's got its place. I think that, it gives people an opportunity to find something that they can do. But I really got to the point where I didn't want to see people getting hurt anymore. And maybe that's what disenchanted me with hockey, is the fact that, there's a lot of fights. And I got to that point. I didn't want to see that anymore. Car racing. This is a weird one because, a lot of kids sometimes like fast cars, and I was probably like any other kid at the time. I used to watch some car racing here and there. This is early 70s. But then I think it was the 1974 Indianapolis Speedway, and I was watching it, and this driver named Swede Savage came out of a corner, ran into a wall, and was killed. And I stopped watching racing. Didn't watch it again until some years ago when I'm at my friend's house. They had racing on. I said, I'll sit down and watch it. And Dale Earnhardt Jr. dies by hitting a wall. What the devil? Never watching racing again. I don't want to see that. And I'm just wondering, you know, how do people feel about something that they used to be so passionate about when they were younger? And now that you've gotten older, if you've gotten older, you know, heck, you could still be young, you're not as passionate about it anymore. You know, I used to be able to say I loved cartoons. But cartoons were different in our day. And we weren't that far removed from the Warner Brothers cartoons or those early Tom and Jerry cartoons. And I love that stuff. And now the cartoons look so strange for the most part. I don't know why, I like Teen Titans. Someone explained that one to me. I like Teen Titans, but I really didn't like almost anything else. I did see the Justice League cartoons, and I thought those were, you know, pretty good as well. But I like Teen Titans. Could not tell you why. I've never seen a SpongeBob SquarePants. I've never seen. There's a lot of things I just haven't seen. Today I went to the laundromat to do some laundry, and they had some cartoons on. I said, "What the devil is that?" I don't know. You know, I just don't get it. Sure, I have my passions for certain things like Star Trek. Star Trek will always be a passion of mine. Star Wars, can't wait till that comes out. But, you know, there's just so much that I seem to have lost a passion for. So I want to know, how do you guys feel? You know, have you lost a passion in something that you used to really enjoy? What do you think about sports? Do you, as an older person, even in your 20s, do you follow sports the same way you did when you were a kid? Do you know all the stats of every single team? Or do you really basically just keep up with your own team? Let me know what you think. And that's all I got. So I hope that I hit the mouse right. If I don't, then I may grab my glasses to turn this off. So y'all take care and have a good night.